Welcome to Primetime Wrestling. We are at the Kent Herbeck Fields in picturesque Bloomington, Minnesota. I'm Mark Mantell.
And I'm Donnie Colfax, and right here you set your eyes for the first time in Primetime Wrestling, Horace the Psychopath.
Yes, this man is well known around these parts here in the Midwest as a bit of a precarious situation to deal with anytime he enters that squared circle.
This man is unpredictable in every...
And look at this, right there, perfect example in point. Donnie, he goes right for Mikey Wipeout. He, of course, is the competitor to Horace the Psychopath. We are kicking things off with a bang here.
Indeed, we are the premiere of the one, the only Horace the Psychopath in Primetime Wrestling.
Look at this now, inverted atomic drop, nicely done by the Psychopath. He is indeed a psychopath, but he does know his way around that ring, Donnie.
He is a veteran, and he is one of the reasons now that Primetime Wrestling is America's premiere.
Look at that drop kick by Mikey Wipeout. You couldn't even get the words out, Donnie. America's premiere.
2.
Independent Wrestling Federation for fans.
You took the words out of my mouth, Mark. For once, you outdid me. Congrats.
Hard shot by Wipeout there to the side of the jaw. And Horace, I don't know, it doesn't even look like he's phased.
That's my doubt right now is for Mikey Wipeout. Is he going to be able to pull out all the stops to...
Big clothesline in the corner
there.
there.
He's got him down again, though. My doubts are being washed away. Mikey is going to have to do everything in his playbook to take Horace the Psychopath out. A man who I don't even think he understands pain. It doesn't register in his brain. He's a bit like an insect in that way, Mark.
In the past, it has been noted that this man is truly certifiable. There, a nice snap suplex by Wipeout. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No.
He hasn't showed it yet, but one thing that Horace is certifiable in is in that 20 by 20 squared circle. He is a master in the ring. He may not look the part, but he is the part.
Don't let his mannerisms fool you, I think is what you're trying to say.
What, is he twitching?
That is the certifiable aspect coming in right there.
How do you call that action, Mark? How do you call that?
Well, in my years of broadcasting, I've never seen a competitor quite the likes of the Psychopath here, Horace the Psychopath.
Doesn't even get them. He just did it from the back. Come on, Jimmy.
Well, and Jimmy the ref did get in there. It looks like he did warn Mikey Wipeout not to come at him from the back like that. Of course, this is an organization of rules and regulations.
Wipeout taking his eye off the prize right now. That's not smart. He's got to keep them fixed on Horace the Psychopath.
He is taking his time, it would seem, maybe pacing himself, perhaps, things of that nature.
Just laying it in
and look at the kick by Horace the Psychopath. Crescent kick absolutely wiped out. Wipeout.
And just like that, the ring veteranship of Horace on display, letting that young kid showboat hot dog, and then boom, a boot to the chin, right to the mush.
And now, Horace the Psychopath, forearm shot right to the forehead directly after he wrenched at that neck.
I want to say that from my perspective here, Mark, a little bit of that elbow got on the bridge of the nose of Mikey Wipeout. Look at him right there, asking for a little bit of bleeding for some time. You might be seeing stars.
I don't think time is what Horace the Psychopath has to offer right now. He seems like he has a clear directive, and that's to win this contest, and maybe to show a bit of a brutal edge to himself right now. He is almost manhandling Wipeout at this point, and he's setting him up for something, starting it off with a series of knees to the midsection. I don't know if he's going to try to...
Oh, he's not gonna.
A sit-down powerbomb, amazingly done.
I was going to say with a 3 count for the win, but a sit-out powerbomb was not enough. He's as confused as I am to take out Wipeout.
I certainly was not expecting that move to come from the repertoire of Horace the Psychopath. Jimmy the ref now checking on Wipeout, making sure he's all right. As look at this now. Horace the Psychopath just staggers about. He seems to have no clue where he is at the moment.
Mikey Wipeout has been planted in the mat. It may not be a 2 count, Horace, but you gotta follow up.
Oh, and that's a revolting display.
He thinks he's Picasso, but he's making caveman drawings at best. And
Wipeout showing signs of life. He comes in with the elbow. And now a beautiful Hurricane Rana. And to take down a man the size of Horace the Psychopath with a move like that shows quite a bit of talent on the part of Wipeout.
I want you to take a look at Wipeout's chest, though. If you look closely, you can see that imprint, that hand imprint.
It is a clear-cut, concise hand imprint, beat red on the chest of Mikey Wipeout. That is the kind of force that Horace the Psychopath wrestles with. Wipeout now going for the cover. 1, 2,
and a... No, not enough leverage on that pin attempt. Wipeout has got to put a lot more on top of him.
There you see that handprint, Donnie. Sorry to cut you off, but that is a thing of pain if I've ever seen it. Suplex again by Wipeout, and yet absorbing all that pain, Wipeout still able to mount an offense.
It looks like Mikey is calling for a moonsault. He's gonna try and take out Horace now.
Second row moonsault, I think he just caught him. He goes for the cover.
1, 2.
No.
No, indeed not. I'm sorry, I thought Jimmy, but he barely grazed him. It looked at most he got his chin in the sternum, which might have taken some of Horace's momentum.
Indeed, it may have been an inadvertent diving headbutt. And now,
that is not inadvertent, though. That is not inadvertent. It looks like he was biting
The
him.
Psychopath was just biting him. That's exactly, Donnie. I agree with you from my vantage point. And look at this now. Is
he dancing?
No, he's twitching. Electrical impulses almost going through the body of Horace the Psychopath. That is a scary display. I would not want to run into this man in a dark alley.
Oh, and that knee into the corner. The sun is out here in Bloomington, Minnesota, but you can feel it right now, and if you listen closely.
Horace the Psychopath going for the cover. 1, 2. And did you see that? Did you see that knee in the corner, Donnie? Almost shades of Mick Foley there.
Indeed. But if you listen closely, folks, another pin attempt just for a 2 count. You can hear the thunder starting to tremor because the electricity here at the Ken Herbeck Field, it's electrifying as Primetime Wrestling is seeing the debut of Horace the Psychopath.
Horace snaps him over, goes against the ropes now, and he just kneed him right in the jaw, it looked like.
2!
Laid him out. I thought he was going to have him there, Donnie. I got to tell you, this man does seem a bit crazy, but he, as I said before, he knows what he's doing in that ring. He seems to have a clear directive right now.
Oh, it is absolutely directed square like a laser beam on Mikey Wipeout. What is he?
Horace the Psychopath on the outside of the ring. Wipeout inside, trying to get his wits about him, and it's going to be tough after that.
I don't know what Horace is if he's signing autographs for fans, but Wipeout is able to collect his wits, and he is getting back to his feet. Not smart for Horace.
Horace the Psychopath, he's sure to get back in this ring.
Jimmy's going to count him out. Jimmy the ref officiating this matchup.
He's not going to want to end this one in a count out. Horace, and he's smiling. This lunatic is smiling. He almost seems to be inviting this from Wipeout, and Wipeout is happy to oblige.
It almost looks like Horace is just as happy.
What is he saying? Is he speaking in tongues?
And who is he waving to? An imaginary friend?
Wipeout looks absolutely bewildered at this point.
I'm a bit bewildered, Mark. I mean, how do you call a matchup with the man who doesn't belong so much in a ring as he does a padded room
That's
and
what
a
I've been asking
straitjacket?
myself. Wipeout, a succession of elbows to the top of the cranium of Horace, drives him hard with authority into that turnbuckle. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2.
There was little wrestling in that. That was just brutality, even though it involved a turnbuckle. Wipeout just threw Horace at that.
Jimmy the ref, hold on, there's an altercation there, and Wipeout is not pleased.
Wipeout has been losing his cool this matchup. I think Horace might have him on his wit's end. He seems a little bit nervous in some ways.
Wipeout goes for a leg drop to the back of the head. He's really working on that head, that melon, that cranium. Whatever you want to think, whatever you call that bundle of gears floating around in Horace's skull, that is what Wipeout is trying to scramble right now, or what's left of it.
I am sure there are many scientists and many other medical officials that would love to get into the mind, see what makes Horace tick, but I don't think even Horace himself quite understands it, frankly.
Horace struggling to get to his feet now. It looks like Wipeout may have the better of him at the moment, at least.
But you know who I think might have the greatest understanding of Horace the Psychopath is these fans here at Primetime Wrestling, because they know this man is going to do whatever it takes to get that pinfall, because he wants to be on top of Primetime Wrestling, even if he doesn't crave championship gold.
Wipeout takes him down now, a couple forearm shots. He goes for the pinfall attempt, does not get it. Yet again, say what you will about Wipeout, but he keeps going for that pin cover. He wants to win this match, and he's going to do everything possible to make it so. Well, that is the man standing in the way of that victory right there.
You can hear the gears turning. You can see the eyes working it through. Horace is building something up in his mind. He has got something planned for this kid. If Wipeout does not act quickly, Horace, as the ring veteran he is going to strike.
Wipeout now trying to maintain pressure on that spine by wrenching back on the neck. I thought for a moment he might put him in a camel clutch of sorts, but that does not appear to be the case now. He'd rather work more on the neck in a standing position, but Horace creating a little separation.
And there's Horace.
See, as Wipeout is attempting to gloat to the crowd, that is what allowed Horace, the Psychopath, to get away from the situation.
That's what cost him the matchup earliest. That's when the momentum switched to Horace in the beginning, and now another elbow, though. Come on, Mikey, keep your eyes on this.
Horace seems
Not
like
the fans.
Horace is in a precarious position. Wipeout's gonna go for a second one, but no! Horace gets out of the way. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna pick him up and put him right back down.
He spiked him!
He absolutely spiked him, Donnie. 1, 2, 3, no! I thought for sure that was gonna signal the end of this contest, but the resilient Mikey Wipeout able to kick out of whatever that was, whatever that spike maneuver was.
I had to collect my wits about myself, check if my eyes were still working. I was sure that was a 3 count in front of me.
Knee to the midsection by Wipeout following the reversal.
What is he?
And that was an incredible variation of the backstabber.
He had him at 2.
2 count only yet again by Wipeout. Donnie, have you ever seen 2 moves in a row like that?
A hammerlock into a backstabber, that is unique. Mikey is doing what I think he's gonna have to do, and now he's going to the top.
He is ascending to the top rope. Out here in Bloomington, Minnesota for everyone to see. He is gonna go. He is gonna fly.
High reward, that's what this is.
And Horace moves out of the way yet again. He has his wits about him just enough to remain in this matchup. And Horace is going to be on a tear. I can feel it. He picks him up. And there's the Death Valley driver.
That's going to be it. It's got to be 1 and 2.
And that is the end of this matchup. The victory goes to Horace, the Psychopath, making his primetime wrestling debut.
That was incredible. The electricity is almost undescribable amongst these people. Everyone cheering, Horace your winner.
Have you ever seen Horace the Psychopath with such a lethal repertoire of moves? Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on Primetime Wrestling, Body Beautiful.
Laszlo, you're late. We're never gonna make it to the show on time.
Don't worry about it. We got plenty of time. Just gotta get a quick oil change at Freeway Ford, and we'll be on our way to the matches.
We don't have that kind of time.
They can do it quick and easy. Phil, good to see you, man. Hey, we need an oil change. We need it right now. Can you help us out?
Don't worry, I'll get you right in.
Fantastic. Told you so.
Bring your car to the Freeway Ford Quick Lube. For only $29.95, we will perform a checkup that includes oil and filter change, tire check, brake check, and topping off your fluids. Mention the Primetime Wrestling Aria Davari special, and with your oil change, receive a free tire rotation.
See, I told you they were fast. 1, 2, 3.
You were right. Hey, now we got time for you to shave my back.
We sure do. We sure do.
Welcome back, fans, to Primetime Wrestling.
As promised, these two are making their way down to the ring. The embodiment of perfection
The
itself.
self-proclaimed embodiment of perfection.
Body beautiful, Mark. These two men are dominating Primetime Wrestling. Mitch Paradise, Billy Blaze.
There you see him entering the ring, and they were not scheduled to be out here tonight, at least in a competitive landscape, we will see what exactly they have in store for everyone here at the Kent Herbeck Field.
Indeed, indeed, but I'm guaranteeing you wisdom is about to be bestowed upon these fans by Billy Blaze and Mitch Paradise. And if they're lucky, these two might get a poem or something.
All right, thank you. Hey, welcome to Bloomington. I've never seen so many athletes in my entire life all gathered together. Give yourself a hand for the softball tournament. Those trophies will look good at my house, let me tell you. This is Mitch Paradise. He's the 8th wonder of the world, the best wrestler in the Twin Cities area. I'm Billy Blaze, and I'm happy to be here tonight. When I look around and I see all these champions, I get a little competitive. So I'm going to get Mitch out there. We're going to have a push-up contest with one of you that he finds the toughest person in the crowd is going to go to a push-up contest against Billy Blaze. So put your hands up in the air if you want to get in on the action.
I'm not seeing a lot of hands coming up for this opportunity of a lifetime. This could build a young boy or girl into a man or woman.
Are they actually suggesting that they engage in a push-up contest with the strongest member of the audience?
Sleep. You can't handle this.
I'm just guessing. Here's how this works in professional wrestling. When I'm out here on the white, you people shut up.
Come on.
Such disrespect.
We asked for someone to step up, and it looks like we got a bunch of cowards here. Who's gonna take Billy out of a push-up contest?
You're right, Paradise is being disrespectful.
No, these fans aren't.
You know, I obviously already worked out today, so it's going to be a lot harder for me.
Are you all
Right, contest?
I'm not seeing a lot of hands in the air.
Well, there you go. There's a guy who looks determined. Blaze laughing here.
Yeah, I feel like a bulldog is determined.
This man looks absolutely confident in his desire to engage in this push-up contest. And let's just see him step up now that there's actually someone to do it.
It's an ass-kissing contest, and you obviously won. Somehow you got in here, I don't know. But, you're a hell of a guy if somebody give him a leg up.
Mitch wants to know if he can pull your leg up.
That man is a damn fool is what he is.
This is the best the Twin Cities can come up with. You think you're gonna beat Billy Blaze?
He does look a little scrappy, Mark.
I want you to watch this close. This guy looks crooked as the day is long. Make sure he's not cheap.
Paradise to suggest. I think he wants to get it on right now.
It's a real leg. I want him to be watched. I'm just playing.
I think we're about to get this underway.
We're gonna have a push-up contest here. Blaze down first already. Again, he worked out earlier today.
Blaze is no stranger to the push-up contest.
Couple of three. Getting warmed up is Blaze. Look at that. Look at that guy struggle already.
Oh, I don't know. He's keeping up with him, it would seem to me. Blaze complaining as he usually does.
Two of them. So far, he's staying up to pace with
Neck
Billy
and neck,
Blaze.
and it looks like the competitor is actually pulling out in front here.
Look at Blaze and those picturesque. They're perfect. Those push-ups are perfect. Oh, he's struggling. Is this guy?
Nice form to Blaze's push-ups, I will say. Oh, and come on.
Oh, what's that? He's on the mat. Come on, ref. It's over.
No, Paradise's foot was on his back.
The only thing I saw was his chest on the mat. He wasn't pushing up.
There you see it again.
I think Mitch was just trying to give the ref advice.
Oh, would you give me a break? Paradise has pulled the prosthetic leg off of this man, this fan who came in here to compete. This is an ugly display, to say the least.
Well, he's going to be about as effective as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest now.
There's no time for jokes, Donnie. Body
Put
beautiful.
the boots to him.
Body beautiful.
He puts his own boots to him.
I am disgusted. Finally, PJ Thorn in the ring now, and Xavier to hopefully end this. And yes, they have chased Body Beautiful away. They were absolutely laying it into that man, Donnie. How can you approve something like that?
He's the one he stepped inside that ring, into that ring.
After being invited to an athletic competition by Body Beautiful.
It's not his place. It's not his place.
Hey, I'm talking to you, shaved Sasquatch.
What?
Stay back. Hold on, let him have those please. You guys seem to have a lot of action in you. Well, we're ready to fight right here in Bloomington. What do you say, huh?
Was that hilarious? Oh my God! I think I got more tons in than push-ups, but I won anyway.
What's shaking, Mr. Rice?
Big show, big appetite.
The regular pre-show for Lorenzo's meatball hoagie?
That's right. Have the cook throw an extra meatball on there for me. I have a big match tonight.
Hoagie for you, Mr. Blaze?
Does it look like this body eats hoagies?
Can I get your salad?
Biggest salad you got.
I'm Cody Rice, and you may know me as the Husky Heartthrob from Primetime Wrestling. Before every show, I have a little appetite, so I head to the Bloomington Fat Lorenzo's for a meatball hoagie.
Welcome back, fans. It is official. We have an impromptu tag team matchup here featuring Body Beautiful versus the formidable duo of Ian Xavier and PJ Thorn.
But are they going to be formidable enough to take on the embodiment of perfection?
That is what we will find out as Xavier backs up Blaze into the corner. Blaze complaining about that, claiming his hair was being pulled.
Not only that, pulling his hair, that's not part of the rule book. You're not supposed to do that.
The referee checking into the situation, claiming, at least looking like he claims he's seeing nothing, which I would be inclined to believe. Blaze looks discouraged at this point.
Well, this is an impromptu matchup he has worked out this morning. He didn't prepare for this.
Xavier, Blaze lock up, and now Blaze has him in a top wrist lock. Has him in a precarious position there. Ian Xavier trying to figure out what to do, and that is something to do. He takes down Blaze, rolls him right through. And it looks like we're back to square one.
But those two are in such synchronicity, our Blaze and Mitch. He immediately got into the corner of Paradise, did Billy, maintaining that tag team advantage. I think that's something they're going to do throughout this matchup, as they do through every matchup. Body Beautiful, the best in tag team wrestling.
Boot to the midsection by Blaze, takes him into a full Nelson almost immediately. Fantastic atmosphere in Bloomington, Minnesota at the Ken Herbeck Fields. This is Primetime Wrestling. Don't forget to check our Twitter at PTWMN.
Absolutely, and always remember, folks, you can get your tickets for the live, in-your-face action of Primetime Wrestling. It's always PTWrestling.com.
And now Xavier has a full Nelson of his own, applied expertly, I might add, to Blaze. Blaze, though, ever the ring general, knows where he is at all times, backs up Xavier right into the corner, elbow to the head, has him reeling, and Blaze pretty proud of himself right now.
I was gonna say, monkey see, monkey do.
He took a bit too much time, though, as he and Xavier hip tosses him right over. Blaze right where he started, headbutt, puts him against the ropes, and PJ Thorn is having the time of his life watching this.
You heard it right to the outside. You heard it right there, folks. You heard the bias. Your bias is just shining through, Mark. A headbutt. You say it so proudly. That is not a legal move. but because it's Body Beautiful, somehow you're able to look past it, right?
Well, Body Beautiful.
Do your job.
Body Beautiful has made the switch here now. Paradise, the legal man, goes and takes out Thorn in a sneaky bit of a fashion. I would think there you see.
A little disoriented is the youngster.
Indeed he is. Xavier now, series of shots to Paradise. These two men are more matched up as far as weight goes than Paradise and Thorn would be. That is obvious. Paradise now, it looks like a throat thrust there.
Follows it up, right? He is standing on that shoulder. He's got his man.
Tag made to Thorn. Now here's his first chance here tonight. And he is taking it right to Paradise.
He's going to have a lot to prove to the PTW commissioners.
Goes for the Irish whip. Paradise, no surprise there, reverses it, follows it up with a heavy-duty clothesline. Of course, any clothesline from Paradise is going to be heavy-duty.
Absolutely. I can guarantee all the men in this ring and everyone watching that Sean Monaghan is watching this matchup closely, and this is going to have big implications for the tag team division in Primetime Wrestling, despite the fact, Mark, that this match was not on the card. These two were not booked to take on this match. These two are gracing us, you and I, these fans, the PTW commissioners, everyone watching across the world with their presence in this ring right now. Be thankful.
That may be so, as Body Beautiful proving exactly what you just said now, as they are in fierce control of this matchup at this moment. Shoulder goes right into the midsection of PJ Thorn, and a slap to the chest. You can hear that all the way over here. Blaze now appears to be setting him up. Throws him against that ropes, and that Irish whip that Blaze is so good at doing takes him down with that clothesline.
Yeah, that clothesline connected.
And what I mean is that Blaze can throw his opponent against those ropes with such velocity that he is able to execute any maneuver he wants because the opponent doesn't know where he's going.
Speaking of not knowing where you're going and where you're at, as a matter of fact, I bet you PJ Thorn has no clue after meeting the big boot of Mitch Paradise.
Blaze, Paradise both using the ropes to their advantage, using that leverage. And with as large as Mitch Paradise is, you wouldn't think he would need a leverage advantage.
Going for the pin. Why is the ref not counting this pin? What?
Well, because quite obviously that's an illegal chokehold right there, not a pinfall attempt on him.
It looks to me like PJ was trying to escape. It was probably just on his chest and it got to his throat. It's all PJ's fault, not Mitch.
Headbutt takes down Thorn yet again.
Always looking on the bad side of these guys.
There's the cover. And of course, Paradise goes right for the ropes because his first impulse is to, let's say, bend the rules.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mark. All I know is that Mitch Paradise and Billy Blaze make up Body Beautiful, and the Body Beautiful tag team that I've been watching take over Primetime Wrestling has inspired me to the greatest heights that I have lived in my personal life. They inspire me, Mark.
Couple forearm smashes from PJ Thorn did absolutely nothing. And now the double underhook suplex just might signal the end of things here.
How can you not be inspired with moves like that and then followed up?
The backbreaker is not going to feel good. The fall-away slam is going to feel even worse. And there you see the arrogance of Paradise, wiping his hands, wiping this clean away from his soul.
He's going to wash the slate clean of these two real quick.
And I think Paradise almost allowed Thorn to make the tag there. Ian Xavier in the ring.
The ref didn't see the tag, though.
Oh, he didn't?
He did not see it.
Well, I did. Apparently the referee did not see that one. Maybe through no fault of his own. The gut-wrench suplex, nicely done by Blaze.
1, 2. Kick out.
Somehow Thorn's still able to kick out. Blaze now conferring with Paradise. Setting up a strategy.
It's like a symphony. Their synchronicity is something to behold. It is why they are beautiful. Body beautiful.
Thorn in a world of hurt now. Blaze goes for the cover. 1, 2. Somehow, still Thorn able to kick out. Blaze has him up. Ooh, kick to the midsection. European uppercut, expertly done. And Blaze, a little arrogance of his own, being displayed. Going for the chokehold now. Come on, how is Thorn supposed to?
I disagree. It looked like Thorn was trying to get the boot off and it happened to land on his throat. If you would just allowed for him to make the pin attempt, he'd get it kicked out like a normal man. But instead he chooses the coward's way out.
Tag made to Paradise, bit of a double team here. That is legal, by the way, within that 5-second count following a tag. Double elbow by Body Beautiful. Oh, and leverage there by Paradise. And of course, yet again, the referee didn't see that. The foot on the rope by Paradise.
The beautiful symphony, it was like Mozart, those two in the ring together, and still not a 3 count. This has got to be impressing the officials of PTW. This first appearance by PJ Thorn here in Primetime Wrestling.
Perhaps if Mozart was able to cheat by using a digital tuner, that'd be a more apt analogy.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mark. All I know is that Mitch Paradise has got PJ Thorn exactly where he wants him.
Hard slam to the canvas there by Paradise. I don't know what Thorn thinks he's gonna do after this. Yeah, he is amazingly able to kick out yet again. The resilience of this young Thorn is something you, Donnie Colfax, even have to appreciate.
Absolutely, I will begrudgingly admit it so. I was doubting PJ Thorn's abilities when I met with him in the back and saw him when we were getting ready to put on this awesome show for fans here in attendance and all you watching, but he is showing me, and I'm guaranteeing you, those in the back, that he has a spot here in Primetime Wrestling, even though it might not be as bright as someone like Mitch.
Hold on, what? Paradise just went to the top rope. He was gonna try something, but I think Thorn caught him right in the breadbasket at the last moment. This might be the chance that he needs.
Oh, but look at that, though. Mitch Paradise, he's back to his feet before PJ.
He just kicked him away, and he made the tag to hit Xavier.
The ref sees it this time.
Clothesline takes down Paradise, takes down Blaze. Another one takes down Paradise. Another one takes down Blaze. Xavier's on fire. A shot to the breadbasket, and they're gonna go for the ride. Yes! There it goes. Xavier, the Melon Smasher, and Body Beautiful is completely disoriented. Shot to the head by Xavier.
Your bias shines through again, Mark. It shines through.
These fans are not in agreement of that one. These fans are solidly in the corner of Xavier and Thorn. Big splash to Blaze. And this team of Xavier and Thorn might just have a chance yet here, Donnie. He can feel it. Xavier can feel it.
He's going to put on that Von Erich claw, it looks like. It has won him many matchups.
Xavier, of course, known for that claw. The tag surprisingly made to Thorn. I'm not sure what they're going to try here. Perhaps a combination of moves.
Come on, ref, admonish that count. He's got to 5.
The referee has been stretching this one a little bit. I will give you that one. He wants to see a winner in this matchup.
So much so that Mitch had to stop it because the ref wasn't going to do his job, apparently.
Mitch blindsiding Xavier there. I will say, Donnie, an absolute blindside, and that is why Body Beautiful is back in control. Paradise wasn't supposed to be in the ring at that moment.
But now he is, and that's all that matters, doesn't it? Oh, no.
No. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. Did you see the devastation in that power bomb?
There was no doubt in my mind that 3 was just about to roll off my tongue. He just planted PJ Thorn into the mat.
He absolutely planted him. I couldn't even count the 3 count along with you.
Let's take a look at that again one more time as he just drops him. There is no way, like 6 feet under, you're getting out from that.
I was
the
an absolute
smile on their
shock.
faces tells the tale. Look at PJ.
PJ Thorn absolutely devastated. Body Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible action as of yet, and we will be right back with more Primetime Wrestling right after this. for our main event, fans. There you see, making his way to the ring, a well-known competitor in these parts and parts all around the world, to be frank, the anarchist Arik Cannon.
Absolutely. He is going to be squaring off in our main event, a man who has traveled the globe competing against some of the top competitors in the world, and you can see the fans love this man.
They do, and he does not seem to have an aura of anything but fun tonight, does Arik Cannon. He seems to be in a great mood, talking with the fans, clinking his beer glasses. Arik Cannon is one loved, definitely, by this crowd.
Absolutely, these fans do love him. He has proved himself in many matchups against many men.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been out here for a while, and I think you've been having a good time. Is that right? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been sitting in the locker room drinking these big tall beers, so I also am having a really good time. But I've had just enough beers that I feel like I want to wrestle the biggest, ugliest son of a in the building, or I guess out here. So if we can get that big, ugly, mask-wearing fool to get his big, dumb butt out here, I'm going to feed him not one, but 2 knuckle sandwiches.
I think that the anarchist has had maybe one too many.
That sounds tasty.
Because when I set my eyes on this man, he was talking.
Is he talking about who I think he is?
This man, when I saw him, when I put my eyes upon him, my jaw hit the floor.
It can't be.
Arik Cannon is a fool.
Oh my, there he is. It is who I thought it was. That is the Executioner.
He is making his primetime wrestling debut.
And he is a mammoth individual. This man is a giant. What in the world could be going through the mind of Arik Cannon that he thinks this would be a good idea? Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime Wrestling is brought to you by Budweiser, who reminds you responsibility matters, and Freeway Ford of Bloomington. Your way at Freeway. Visit freewayford.net. And Fat Lorenzo's, pizza, pasta, hoagies, Italian in a big way.
Speaking of a big way, Mark, the anarchist Arik Cannon has it in for himself in a big way, because he said any man, any competitor, he wanted to face him, but I don't think that the Executioner is man necessarily. He's
Look at the way he moves. There's certainly nothing human-like about the man's mannerisms in the ring.
Did you look into his eyes in the back, Mark, or were you too busy looking straight into his belly button? That man has soulless eyes, and anarchist is mocking him.
It's not a smart idea to be mocking the Executioner. However, Arik Cannon did say that he was in a good mood tonight, and he is in the mood for a fight. And I think that Arik Cannon thinks he's going to have no problems here whatsoever, despite the gargantuan size of this man.
We had that fool out earlier trying to outdo Billy Blaze in a push-up contest, and now the anarchist is he's doing the same thing. He is trying to put himself under by choosing to go up against the Executioner, 7 feet tall.
And anyone who knows anything about pro wrestling knows that the Executioner is not one to be messed with. These two men tie up now, right in the middle of the ring, and interestingly, Arik Cannon starts things off with a nice wrist lock there. The Executioner just shoves him right down.
None, though.
Just shoves him right down.
And look at him, like with his hands, like he just wants to grab him, just like an animal. It's menacing. The man is. The Executioner knows nothing but malice. Absolute malice for his opponents. I don't think Horace the Psychopath, who we had in his first debut on the show, I don't know what drives him, but if there's one thing that drives the Executioner, it's seeing pain in his opponent's eyes.
Cannon now trying to do everything he can to chop this big tree down, going for the knees, a drop kick there. Just made his knee bend the wrong way, and that was one surefire way to bring him down to his size.
That's something Cannon.
Oh, knife edge chop to the chest of the Executioner.
So Cannon is going to have to chop those legs of the 7-foot Executioner down quick and get him down to his size.
And the Executioner just reversed the Irish Whip attempt and just threw him right down to the mat.
Just grabbed him and pulled him down to the mat. That was incredible. The torque with the length of those arms.
Now he's taking those big mammoth legs and he is just pressing him right into the neck of Cannon. And I think at this point, Donnie, Cannon might be second-guessing himself into getting engaged in this matchup.
Oh, now again on the ropes. Yeah, the carotid artery being just pressed shut. It's gonna make Cannon woozy, if not dizzy. He might even faint and pass out. And at that point, the ref has nothing to do but call it.
The executioner now is taking a series of boots to Cannon to keep him down, and effortlessly, absolutely effortlessly, just picks him up and throws him down to the canvas. And he is gonna, I think, go for a big leg drop. Indeed he will there, the executioner. Can you imagine what that... Can you imagine what the weight of that leg feels coming down across the throat?
I can only imagine what it's like to fall from the height that the executioner takes his opponents up and throws them down to the mat. It's like falling from a skyscraper when you get body slammed by him, and then to have him drop off that skyscraper himself with a big leg drop.
Oh, and a slap to the chest. And of course, Donnie, like you just said, the height of the executioner is going to pay dividends for him, as one of his signature maneuvers is that big choke slam. And when you're that tall, that big choke slam is going to be a long way down.
Yes, it is. It is going to be like falling off the top floor of the skyscraper all the way down to the concrete below, a boot to the stomach.
Cannon trying to mount some sort of offense. Follows the boot up with a fist to the side of the head.
If he doesn't start to mount some soon and keep it going, he is not going to be able to take out this executioner.
He's doing everything he can. He keeps working him over. He's going to try that once more time, but yet again, the executioner reverses, and yet again, Cannon is down to the canvas.
1, 2.
The executioner now is standing above what almost seems at this point like his prey.
A bit of an arrogant pin, I will admit, from the executioner on Arik Cannon.
Yes, indeed, a man who's usually cold and calculated, won't usually go for a pin attempt of that nature. Yet he's right back to business now. And look, Donnie, as he's driving the knee right into the small of the back as he's wrenching back on that neck.
Maybe the executioner does have flus. Maybe he does feel some emotion, because all those mean things that Cannon said to him before the match must be costing him now.
I hope that Arik Cannon wanted some pretzels with that beer, because he is being turned into the pretzel now.
Yeah, surprising wrestling moves being applied by the executioner.
A couple of elbows now, trying to create some separation. He does just that. He is against the ropes. He is no! The executioner just picked him up and drove him down with a sidewalk slam. 1, 2. No, but Cannon still able to kick out. The executioner is going to have to delve deeper into that bag of tricks that he's got.
Indeed, to take out the instinct of Cannon, as we were talking about before the bell in this matchup, Cannon has wrestled across the world. His instincts are going to make him kick out until there is no more life left in him, or damn near it.
Indeed, Cannon may be running on fumes at this point, but even if there's fumes left in that body, he's still going to keep scrapping and climbing his way to the end of the match. And that is for certain. You can't put anything past Arik Cannon. Huge club. Fist to the chest now, Cannon. He is trying to just drive the air right out of him, it would seem. The executioner sends him to the opposite corner now. Follows it up. No. Cannon gets out of the way. The executioner is temporarily dazed. Big clothesline.
But he's got to get the big man down.
Indeed he does. He's going to try it again. A second big clothesline. Nothing doing yet. Try again, Arik. Come on. Ducks underneath. Goes for the enziguri, and he nails it.
He's got him down to one knee. He's got him staggered. Arik's got to follow it up.
Nice kick to the side of the face. That's one way to follow it up. Go for the cover, Arik. Come on, you got this one.
I think he's got more plan, Mark. He's looking at that. He's going to go high risk, high reward here.
That might backfire on him. Nobody home as the executioner moves out of the way. Cannon might be questioning that decision.
Oh, yes, as the executioner is back to his feet. Advantage lost to Cannon.
He's got him by the neck. Oh, and that's it, folks. That chokeslam we talked about, that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. And the executioner.
How do you get up from that? That is like we were saying. That's like falling from the top of a skyscraper to the concrete below. There's no way you get up from that when a 7-footer lifts you above his shoulders and throws you down to the mat with such force.
Here we'll see it again. Look at this chokeslam, folks. Up and down. There's absolutely no way that Cannon, even the resilient Arik Cannon, is going to be able to withstand that.
But this is not a replay.
We are back to live action, folks.
The match is over with. There's no need for this.
But he is signaling for, I think, another one.
Oh, you know it, Mark. He's going to destroy Cannon.
Oh, come on. Sick. The sound of that body splatting on that mat is absolutely sick. And these fans are revolted, but here comes PJ Thorn.
And
El Bagno is in the ring now. And finally, maybe someone can stop this.
Someone has to. The referee's been knocked out. This man is a monster. We cannot let him get into the crowd. I don't know what he would do to these people if he got amongst them.
These fans don't know what to make of this situation. The Executioner is absolutely running roughshod over what seems like, this is just a litany of destruction here.
If someone doesn't get control of this situation, I am leaving this booth immediately. I fear for my life, and Mark, you should fear for yours.
And the Executioner just shoved down effortlessly the 300-plus pounder El Bagno. PJ Thorn not able to do anything about it. Bagno back to his feet, trying to do something. Can you do anything, Bagno? Come on.
Can these men get him off his feet? This man is uncontrollable.
Those hard fists from the Executioner absolutely just taking down these men. The Executioner is not one who's going to be stopped right now. I've got a bad feeling.
The Executioner is a vicious rabid dog.
We're going to try to match size with him. He's up on the shoulders of El Bagno is PJ Thorn. He's going to try to do something here.
This is their only hope to succeed.
The Executioner standing tall, and he just put an end to that idea. Lickety split. Bagno back against the ropes. Thorn down. Cannon down.
He knocked him out of the ring. How did Bagno pull that off?
I don't know. No one around here knows what's going on. This is absolute pandemonium. Thanks so much for being with us, folks.
We'll see you next time.